Hey, it's okay to doubt, and all you doubters out there, I don't understand why a doubter has to be vulgar. I really don't. Doubt away. That's the scientific process. The but one of the most world-renowned physicists has come out and said they have trillion-watt lasers. That's not my term. That's his term. Trillion-watt lasers to help control the weather, create rain, create lightning. You're looking at the North Atlantic here. I'm switching to try to show some rotation in that system that's off the coast of Spain, and we've seen one here. It's almost like an identical picture, a spherical system, rapid rotation, splitting the stream, the jet stream, the river, whatever you want to call it, and also pulling water up from the Atlantic for a dry system in the exact same area and nearly the exact same size. The Greenland is top center. Canada's up to the upper left, and the rotating systems we showed you, they're still there. They're just hard to see because of all the interactions, but we'll put arrows on those rotating systems that are very, very low pressure. They're very powerful. The spin is driving these long rivers that stretch sometimes from Greenland all the way down to the equator. But that dry system has split the stream, pulling some water back down, and dried out Europe for a day or two. And speaking of drying out, this is Central America. Florida's at the upper left. You can see that stream rotating through. Actually, it's being split again. There's a low pressure system that's right center of the screen that's pulling water off of that stream. That stream is being controlled by a rotation up by Greenland. And usually they call that the jet stream or a part of the jet stream. And usually when a hurricane is exposed to that kind of stream, it steers the hurricane back up and out over the Atlantic. That's a pattern we've seen since the beginning of tracking of these storms. But you can see where that system is breaking, that stream is breaking in the Atlantic just after it passes over Cuba and Jamaica, all those islands. And that's from that low pressure system that we've been tracking that has no water in it, but it seems maybe has pushed this hurricane into the Pacific. Now there's rotation now still of that hurricane Iota, and you see there's lots of residual moisture over Central South America. It is still popping up moisture and raining. I'm focusing in on that point where the water seems to be splitting. You can see that rotation clockwise, barely see it because the system is so dry it's hard to visualize the direction of the wind. That system we'll just put an arrow on it so I don't have to describe it, but you can see it's pulling water off that stream, the jet stream for lack of a better term, and throwing it back down into the Caribbean. And we're going to keep an eye on that low pressure system, see if it peters out or see if it finally gathers up water and becomes a tropical depression. But to the left, you see Central America is still being inundated with rain 3 days after the hurricane made landfall. Shift to the Pacific Northwest. There's a big spherical system up there, big one. Not the small, really tight, high spinning ones that we think are artificially enhanced, but it never developed that flat edge that we keep pointing out, and it just came right in, continued in the same direction it was headed, adhering to Newton's law of motion, and stripping water right into Northern California. And now they're going to get some cold air and maybe a little more rain later on in the week. but it rained for 3 days straight there. And it's as if somebody says, oh, you're whining about not having rain? Okay, here, have some rain. It literally rained for 3 days in Northern California, and of course Oregon was getting pummeled, and so was Washington. So anybody hear of any landslides in Oregon or Washington, please go ahead and post a link or make a comment. But again, strange times in weather wars. Until next time, be prepared.